afternoon to everyone. Just want to invite you guys to join my live. Yep. Well, it's your boy Anthony here. I'm at home now. I was in the park later on getting a nice little walk, but I'm home now. So I just decided, I'm going to touch base with you guys a little bit. Yeah. I'll talk about a few little things, not much to talk about, but I'm going to talk about a few things anyway. Yeah. So, yes, my people, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I'm begging you guys for the strength, please and thanks. Yeah. So yeah, my people, I was watching the YouTube yesterday with this content creator they call J Progress. Yeah, that guy he's doing a wonderful job. Yeah, and he was talking about a Jamaican guy that married a woman up here in America, and he and the woman couldn't get along, and she called the cops on him, and he was arrested and detained, and he was taken to court, and now he's marked for deportation. But he was saying that the woman called the immigration, and she also wrote a letter to the immigration and telling them that the marriage wasn't real, it was fake. But I'm saying I don't think he's telling the truth, because if she did that, she should be in trouble too. Yeah, she should be arrested too, because that's fraud. Both of you committed fraud. You committed, you went into a marriage which was arranged for money or something like that. No, he's not telling the truth. I don't think so. But anyway, people, I'd like to tell some of these Jamaican people, these Jamaican men and women who want to come to America in this time. Game over, Mr. Upon Mr. Four Punk, 18, no, 818. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Yeah. So I want to let some of these people know that if you want to come to America in this time, it's best for you to come, through the right channel, because things is too tough now. I mean, with this present administration and this current president, what we have, it's not going to work out if you want to come here illegally and, try to do arrange marriages to get a green card. Not going to work. You know what I mean? And then some of you guys who live here and marry to a woman, for your residency, you guys are your own downfall, you know what I mean? Because you're back home in Jamaica and you live a certain lifestyle. You live a lifestyle of, badmanship, and you have no respect for your fellow citizens, and then you behave a certain way, and then you claim that you're a gallus, you have all sort of women, and then when you come here to America, you want to, carry on the same lifestyle that you have back home. You want to marry a woman, and then you want to run around with all sort of other women. These women in this country, they don't play that. What you think? What you think when a woman come to Jamaica, or you come here and a woman from here married to you? What do you think they really married to you for? You think they married to you for no trophy or no prettiness or no sake of marriedness? No, they married to you for one thing: for you to go out and work and support them. Yep, pay their bills, take care of their car note, take care of their hair and their fingernail, take care of their food for the house, and they want to party every week. And when you object to it, you're gonna be in trouble with her. she's gonna start talking to you in a disrespectful manner. Yeah. And then when you object seriously, then she's gonna start, throw allegations at you that you're domestically, abusing her. That's how these women run it in this country. It's a woman country. So you guys, when you come here, you can't come here with the same lifestyle that you have back home. You got to adapt to, the culture that they have here, the different lifestyle that they have here. Hi, sir. I'm your new subscriber. Keep shining always, sir. God bless you. Yeah, thank you very much, man. You're welcome. Yeah. So I'm saying now, these guys, when they come here in America, they behave a certain way. They are their own downfallment. Yeah. Yeah, we know that a lot of women in this country are, evil and they're no good. You know what I mean? But if you marry to one of them and you need, to straighten out your papers, you got to humble yourself. You can't be running around, with other women and then hanging out with the wrong crowd. No, it is not going to help your cause. You know what I mean? You got to be humble and wait until you got some of you when you get the green card. Some of you they started by giving you a 2 year probationary green card, and some of you when you get that you leave the woman right away. It doesn't work like that. It's a probation. Immigration give you a 2 year because they want to see if the wedding is real. You understand? If you and the woman cannot get along, you're still going to have to stay with her for that 2 year. You're gonna have to, behave yourself and humble yourself for that 2 year. When you get to your 10 year now, then you can, move along if you want to move along. You understand? I mean, you don't have to, because sometimes you're married to a woman for a green card and then it turns out that you truly love each other and it work out, you know what I mean? But a lot of you people, you're married for the green card. And then when the 2 year comes, you run off, not knowing that she still controls you. When you get the 10 year, she can't put you out. Your 10 year, that means you're permanently legal. You know what I mean? And when a lot of you have a green card and then you have lots of running with the law, you're caught a charge and you go to court, you may get convicted or you may win the case. You know what I mean? You can't, once you have run-ins with the law, it is going to be recorded. If the case is even dropped, it is going to be recorded. When you have another run-in with the law, don't believe that that is over. Those things are going to come up again. Whether you win the case, whether you're convicted or the case is dropped, it is recorded. And when they caught you again in another situation, all of that is going to come to the forefront again. They're going to judge you off of it. They said, no, they don't, but they do. You understand? So I would advise a lot of you, if you have a green card and you get a run in with the law, soul taker. Yeah, I like this channel. Very down to earth. Common sense working man. Wisdom. Can't relate to a lot of stuff, but here, but my dude is pretty cool. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much, all my supporters. Thank you for, watching my channel and, supporting me. Yeah. So I'm saying if you guys have a green card and you got run-ins with the law, you may have a conviction or you may win the case or you know the case may drop. It is still documented. So when you have another run-in with the law, all of that is going to come up again. Yeah, sometimes you do that, you get your green card, and the green card is working for you. You know, very good. You travel out, you travel back in, you have no problem. But when you have conviction and run-ins with the law, against your green card, I think it's best for you to not apply for citizenship while this present administration and this current president is in office. Because remember now, when you file for citizenship, it's the ultimate immigration status. They are going to dig up everything. They're going to vet you extremely hard. They're going to go to no length to find out everything about you. So if you have a green card and every time your green card expire, they renew it, because they don't go too deep, when you have a green card. But when you go for the citizenship now, that's when no stone is left unturned. They're going to dig up everything. You understand? And you must realize, that a lot of them don't want us here, you know? They don't really want us here. The government do this kind of immigration stuff because they make billions off of it. You understand? Every paper you put in, you got to pay. I filed for my son. My son came up almost 2 years now. And I have to pay for everything that I put in. And when his filing came through, and he went for his interview at down in Jamaica, he had to pay again for the visa before he flew up here. If he didn't pay for the visa before he flew up here, he couldn't come. So it's a lot of money making. So that's why they continue to do this kind of business. So when you have a green card and you have conviction or run-ins with the law, you know what I mean, and the green card is working well for you. You're flying out, you're flying in. You understand? And then you may have it for 10 years and 15 years and you don't get into any more trouble and things like that. You know what I mean? They keep renewing it. But when you go for the citizenship now, that's where all, you open a can of worms. You understand? People who have a green card and don't have any problem with the law, they're cool. They can go and file for their citizenship right now. You understand? But I'm telling you guys who have run in with the law, wait until this administration is up and this current president is out of office. Not saying that it is going to be much easier, but it will be a little bit easier because maybe the next president coming, maybe the Democrats can come in, or the next president, may not have, the evil heart or the racist heart like the current one. You understand? So the pressure may ease off a little bit. It'll be better for you guys to file at that time for your citizenship. No, I'm not saying it because I don't want anyone to come, because America is not mine. Anybody can come. You understand? But you got to go through the proper channel to get your thing going and get your thing straight. You understand? You file, through women and things like that. You're gonna have to subject yourself to certain type of behavior. You know what I mean? These women, they tend to, talk down to you. They tend to use you, especially, when they know that you really, have to depend on them. You understand? And then you have, when you have convictions and you go for citizenship status and they detain you, yeah, you can get a lawyer. Yes, when I am a citizen. Right now, I am a citizen. And I don't feel safe either. Because on my passport, it says that I was born in Jamaica. And if I am walking out the road right now and ICE officer see me and detain me, and when he realize I wasn't born here, what can I do? Yeah, I can get a lawyer. Yes, a lawyer can speak for me. He collects my money and he can speak for me, right? Yes, but the final decision is left with the government, the judge, and the police. And if they decide that they're going to deport me or revoke my citizenship, the lawyer can't stop them. The lawyer, even though the Constitution may, show them that they cannot do that, they're still going to do it. It's their country. They are the authorities. You understand? So I am as a citizen, and I'm not feeling safe either. But for me, I try my best to stay out of trouble. I don't go at people's house. To my work, back home. Maybe I go to the park, and if I am going to buy stuff at the supermarket, most of my bills I paid it on my phone. I don't come out of my house to pay my bills. Understand? So a lot of you guys, when you come here and you live in the big life. You're buying expensive cars, you're buying houses, you're buying expensive clothes. Nothing is wrong with that. But look where you come from. You can't burn your bridges. You got to be thinking that, I have to have something where I come from. For God forbid that I get deported. I'm going to go home to Jamaica, don't have a home, don't have a piece of land, don't have any money in the bank. No. For me, I'm working here. I'm a citizen here, but I make sure I have a Jamaican bank account. Sometimes my sons will be saying that, why am I sending money to Jamaica and things like that? Are you going back to live to Jamaica? I may not be going back to live to Jamaica, but when I get much older, I want to spend a lot of time in Jamaica. And God forbid I'm driving my car and somebody run out into the road and I hit that person. That person may pass away. They revoke my citizenship and deport me. And I go back to Jamaica. I don't have a house. I don't have a piece of land. I don't have money in the bank. I have a house down there, but I gave it to my son. He's the one who controls it. When I filed for him and his filing came through, he has his best friend. He gave his best friend the key. He can go there and, sleep there. He can go and take care of the place and, so that no wise guy can't believe that no one is not there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what I do, I make sure when I work, after I pay my bills here, I make sure if it's even $100 or $200. Well, not every month, but sometimes, things may get a little bit tight and I have to spend money here and there to take care of certain bills, doctor bill and all those other stuff. So maybe every other month or every 2 months, I send a $200 or $300 straight to my bank account in Jamaica. Yeah. At one stage, late last year, I sent $1,000 to my bank account. That's how I do it. God forbid anything happen and I go back to Jamaica. I'm not going back to Jamaica looking like a fool and no one laughing at me. I'm working here. I'm going to send some of my money where I come from. That is what a lot of these young guys must do. They are here, they buy all sort of expensive stuff, they party, they do everything, and they don't have a house, they don't have a piece of land, they don't have a bank account in Jamaica. That is what you Jamaicans should do, and people from other country. Make sure you have something where you come from. This is not our country. These guys can revoke our citizenship. They can take it anytime they feel like. A lot of these judges are racist. A lot of these police officers are racist. The current president is racist. We got to set ourselves up. We got to think wisely. You understand? Russia forward, what do you mean by that? Back up pro Rob, 77. Hi, how you doing? Your boy Anthony here. Yeah, just getting a few little things off my chest because I see where some of us Jamaicans are, they come up here and they're making themselves a fool, you know what I mean? They'll be, running around on their wives and, some of them, they even married to the wrong woman too. Sometimes you can tell when a woman is not good, you see them, you see their lifestyle and how they operate. You observe them and you know that one is not good enough for you. But some of us, because you're in a hurry to get a green card, anyone that comes along, you just jump at it. Nah, got to be careful, what we do in this time here. It is really rough now because this current administration, they don't care about people. They don't like foreigners. You understand? They don't like foreigners. So, my people, be careful when you come here and marry to these women. Because a lot of you guys, your downfall meant is your own, but also the women. A lot of women, put you guys down. You know what I mean? And sometimes you guys ought to be blamed too, because you do not really respect the women them. You don't treat them well. A lot of women, a lot of you guys treat the women them good, but some women, no matter how good you treat them, they're still gonna hurt you. You know, it's in their nature. They're still gonna hurt you. I'm not saying that all women is like that. I'm not saying there is no good women out there. There's good women out there, but it is very hard to find a good woman in this time. You understand? Because a lot of women in this time, they are so consumed with vanity. You know what I mean? They're so consumed with, partying all life. You know what I mean? It's very rare when you find a good woman. And trust me, gentlemen, when you find a good woman, cherish her, respect her. I found one, but sadly she passed away. I found one who loved me when I had nothing. I met my wife when I had nothing, walking barefoot in Jamaica as a young Rasta man. Nothing. And she came into my life and she loved me. And we built life together. And when we built life together, we produced 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls. Yes. I don't understand a single word, but I just look at you. I wish you health and happiness. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Oh, you're Russian, so you don't understand? Oh, okay. You'll soon understand. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, so I met my wife when I was a young Rastaman. I had nothing. We, 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 we built together and we produced 3 boys and 3 girls. Now we are on 18 grandchildren. Sadly, she didn't live to see all of them, because she had stomach cancer and she passed away in 2015. Yeah, I took her back to Jamaica and lay her to rest. Yeah, I'll never get another one like her. Never. She was she was the top of the top. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, my people, all these young people, when you come here, you know, try and hold your head up. Go to school. Get a decent job, and stop moving with the wrong crowd. You understand? Stop moving with people who have no good intentions towards you, and don't run to the first woman that you meet because some of them is no good. You got to learn how to vet these women. You know what I mean? To see them, be with them for a little while, and see their attitude, see what they're made of. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I watch this YouTube every day and I see a lot of, people being caught up in this woman and man thing and this green card thing and all this sort of stuff. But that guy Jay Provost was talking about, he wasn't speaking the truth because he was hiding something. I can tell. Because if that woman wrote to the immigration and said the marriage was fake, she's gonna be arrested too. And he did mention that she get arrested. You understand? Because that would constitute fraud. If you marry to a person to get green card, that constitute fraud. Yeah. I'm glad I came to America and I didn't have to go, you know, sleep in anyone's basement or, you know, becomes anyone push around and things like that. No. I'm glad I didn't have to marry to a woman to get my green card or to become a citizen in this country. No. I played my cards right. When I got my US visa, I make sure I get it for my children too. I got it from my daughter. My daughter came up, and when she came up, she got married to her husband that she met. She met her husband, fell in love with him. They got married, and then she became a citizen. And then when me and her mom came up, that was it. She filed for us. Yeah, my daughter filed my papers for me. That's how I became. That's how I became a resident first, and then I became a citizen in this country. Yeah, I didn't have to go beg a woman or pay a woman to marry her, to get a green card. Yeah, I'm just saying, guys, when you marry to a woman, and it's not going to work in this time either, because right now, if you marry to a woman for green card right now, it's a no-no, because they're going to scrutinize you to the ends of the earth. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're going to scrutinize you to the ends of the earth. You know, but this guy, he wants to. I mean, the ICE officers. One of the reasons why I say I'm not feeling safe. The ICE officers be out there in the street, and they be grabbing anybody they feel like. If they look at you and they feel like you are, you don't belong here or you are illegal. You can imagine the government writing letter to citizens who born here. Yes, citizens who born here. The government write letters to them telling them they have 72 hours to leave the country. Can you imagine that? Huh? Can you imagine that? ICE is grabbing people out in the street who are citizens, detaining them and all those sort of stuff. That's how bad it is now. They don't care who they latch on to. You understand? But for me, I mean, even though I'm not feeling safe as a citizen, I'm not letting it, get to me, too tough. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it still. You know what I mean? Because South African citizens, well, they South African citizens. Well, Afrikaners like Elon. Okay, all right. Well, he's an African, so I guess they will have to like their people. Yeah. Clay Biggins, 4040. Thank you, guy. Remember, yeah, you're one of my favorite viewer. Thank you, man. 4040, yeah. Yeah, man. So in this time, I'm telling you, the immigration thing is getting worse in this time. You know what I mean? So not because you're a citizen, you don't feel too safe. I mean, a citizen who's from another country, you know what I mean? If you became a citizen from another country, don't feel safe. Citizens who born here, even though they may detain them, they will have to let them go because they have nowhere to go. They're born here. But me as a citizen, they look at my passport, they're gonna see that I was born in Jamaica. They decide to send me away, no lawyer can help me. Once they decide to do that, you understand? I mean, for them to revoke my citizenship, it has to go through the courts. But what I'm saying, these judges are so racist. If they decide to do it, there's no stopping them. No lawyer can help you. You know what I mean? So for me now, I barely go places, I just work, come home. As a matter of fact, I go to work 1 o'clock in the night. So when I come home, I don't have time to go places because I'm so tired. I have to sleep to go back to work the next night again. Yeah. So when I get my day off, sometimes I go, because I live near by the park, I go by the park, go take a walk, go do some running, do some exercise, and I may go to the supermarket sometimes. And in the evening, I go take one of my granddaughter home down to Bloomfield, and I live in Orange. She go to school in Orange, so she walks to my apartment, and then I take her down to her home in Bloomfield. That's the only time I leave my house. You know what I mean? I my bills, my bills are being paid on my phone. You know what I mean? I just go on my phone. All my bills are being paid on my phone. The only bill I don't pay on my phone is my rent, and I just go get the money order, and I go to the office. There's a drop box. I just drop it in the drop box, and I'm back. I don't go to parties. I don't go to dances. I just stay home, watch my TV. Occasionally I may go somewhere with my son. You know what I mean? That's me. I try my best to stay out of trouble in this country because I'm 75 years of age now. 75 years of age. I should be coming from prison now. I am not supposed to be going prison now at 75. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So why am I going to go out there, hang out with the wrong crowd, hang out at places that, illegal stuff can be, going on with? Sometimes you hang out at places, gunshot fire, you get gunshot, which wasn't intended for you. You know what I mean? I am a citizen, and you and I are living very similar, my brother. I like to work and come home, no drama, no bullshit. Yeah, man, that's how it is, man. I mean, I tell you, man, that's how it is, bridging. At my age now, I don't see me running around all around and all those sort of stuff, and, with other people. I don't drive in people's car either, because a lot of them, they have, illegal stuff in their car, and they're not telling you. Some of them, they put it under the passenger seat. And when they got pulled over, they're acting like it's not theirs. You know what I mean? First time when about 15, 20 years ago, when a cop pull over a car with, like, three, four person in it, and there is illegal stuff, under the car seat, the driver would claims it. The driver will tell the cop that it belongs to him. And then the cops would let go the other passengers and take the driver to jail. So when the driver goes to jail now, the driver changes his tune and say, you let go the persons who own the gun. So what they do now, they change that now. They don't when they stop a car and they find an illegal stuff in there or illegal gun, everybody is going to jail because of what the driver used to do. Used to let them, make them let the passenger go, and then he goes to jail and deny it. So now, the way they do it now, everybody in the car is going to jail when there is illegal stuff or an illegal gun in the car. For me, I don't drive in people's car. When I just came here, I used to play, well, they call it soccer. I used to, football, but I used to play down by Bloomfield. And when I finished playing, like in the night, when it reached night, like 7 o'clock, 7:30, and I used to walk from Bloomfield all the way up to East Orange. That is around like a mile and a half. Yeah, somewhere around there. And some of those guys would, like want to give me a ride, a lift up, and I said no. Some of the same guys that I play football with, I said no. I walk all the way up to my home. I'm not gonna drive in guy's car. I don't know what he has in that car. I don't know what he's doing behind my back. I'm here now, going 21 years, and I have never been to jail. I have never been arrested. I got ticketed. I think it was what, 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I got pulled over roughly 5 times since I've been here. 2 times, I was going to work, and the officer asked me where I'm going. I said I'm going to work. And then, I told him I was a bit late. That's why I was kind of, stepping it up a little bit. And then he, gave me about my papers and said, okay, take it easy. I don't want you to hurt yourself or hurt anyone. But I was ticketed one, two, yeah, 2 times. I was ticketed 2 times in my 21 years since I'm here. Yeah, I tried my best to, stay myself out of problem with the law and out of trouble, not for me, not at my age. Yeah. So I'm advising these young people, when you come here, leave your behavior that you have back home. The way you dance a yard, you cannot dance abroad. It doesn't work like that here. You understand? You got to be humble. You got to be respectful. You know what I mean? A lot of these young guys, they come here and they mess around with these young girls and believe that they can handle them the way they handle them back home in Jamaica. No. These girls will use the law and break you down to nothing. They will let you languish in jail. This is a woman's country. When some woman will just lie on you and take you to jail, and they're not going to feel anyway. Don't bother think that when they send you to jail, they're going to have any remorse. They're going to feel, no, they're saying that they are doing the right thing. Be careful with these women in this country. They will break you. You understand? I'm not saying that all of them is like that, you know. You understand? I'm not trying to downplay them. You know what I mean? But the truth is the truth. A lot of them is no good. But a lot of them is good. A lot of them, you know, have respect and things like that. You know what I mean? Even the white folks, you know, the white folks are very racist. But let me tell you this. There's lots and lots of good, decent white folks. Yeah. I work in the supermarket there, the old food supermarket, and I meet some of them sometimes. Very nice, decent people. They have, you know, they care about people. They have your best interest at heart. But, but trust me, the majority of them are born racist. But there's thousands of good ones, decent people. I'm telling you, I'm not putting down all white people. There's thousands of decent white people. Yeah, and I met some of them. And then you have the black people, the black Americans. Some of them are the worst. Let me tell you that. Some of them is the worst kind. They don't care how they talk to you. They don't care what they do to you. A lot of them, they come and you're on your job and you're here and you work. You leave your country and you come here and you work hard and you know you save your money and you put your money to good use. And they talk about you come here taking away their job. Taking away which job? Taking away which job? They didn't have any job in the first place. The jobs we come here and do, the jobs we come here and do, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do the jobs that we come here and do. They more wants to, live off the system, and they know how to do it. They know how to live off the system. Yeah. Talking about we taking away their job, and they have this, enormous amount of bad mind against us. They don't like to see us achieve what we work hard for. You understand? We come here, we work hard, we save our little money, we buy nice things, and we take care of our family. We are taking away their job when they don't want to do the jobs that we do. From I've been here in this country, 21 years going, I have never taken any assistance, any government assistance, never. I always work for what I want. Still working at 75. But as you look at me, you can tell that I'm healthy, I'm strong. You know what I mean? Because I do a lot of running when I was young. I play a lot of football when I was young. I'm a 5-time champion. I play a lot of soccer in my life. I'm a 5-time champion. Yeah. In my older age, at least, Yeah. When I became older, I won 5 championships in the Masters League. Yep. I work hard for what I have. And back home, when I met my wife, I had nothing. And we hustle and and build together until we venture into business. We set up a nice little business that it was great. It was good. We were able to school our children properly, feed them, clothe them with ease. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had a nice little business before we came here. Yeah, all my children went to good school. You know what I mean? Yeah, my 3 boys, 2 of them went to a high school in Jamaica called Cornwall College for boys. And my last son, he went to another high school they call Malden. My first daughter, she went to a school in Montego Bay for girls. If you don't have high marks, you can't go to that school. Yeah. And my last daughter, she's a brainster. She went to Herbert Morrison Technical High. And my second daughter went to Malden High. I school all my children properly from that business that me and my wife built together. Yeah. God has blessed me with a wonderful wife. I'm telling you, man. I missed her. She's on the wall right there. I got her picture on the wall right there, and I have it on my phone too. Yeah, it's on my phone. Every time if you lift my phone up, that's the first picture that comes up. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine some time ago, and she was like, "Why don't I get that picture off the phone? Because the woman is dead." I said, "What? Are you crazy? Get what off your phone? This is the woman that bore me 6 children. This is the woman that loved me when I had nothing. And I'm going to love her even when she's in her grave. And as long as I live, her picture will be on my phone. It will be the face on my phone." Yep. So, yeah, my people, a lot of us come from Jamaica and then we just play a fool of ourselves and, we like burn our bridges and, you know, forgot where we come from, turn your back on where you come from, and then, God forbid, you get into trouble. Where you think they're going to send you? Back where you come from. Yeah. So that's why when I work, no matter how small it is, I send something to my bank account in Jamaica. Yeah. Even though I'm a citizen here, when I retire, I'm still going to be here. But in the summertime, I'll be in Jamaica. No, not in the summer. In the wintertime, I'll be in Jamaica. And in the summertime, I come back in America. Yeah. That's how I'm going to do it when I retire. That's why I'm making sure I have, a nice piece of money in Jamaica, nice piece of change, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, I'm not a rich man, but I'm not too bad in Jamaica, you know what I mean? Not too bad, yeah. I'm going on, yeah. Make sure I have a little something down there so when I'm ready to, go spend the winter in Jamaica, I don't have to worry about bringing down US dollars with me. Yep. I can take care of my children when they come down. We have money can spend down there and things like that. Yeah. The minute they forecast no leave, yeah. Yeah, man, that's what I'm planning to do. When I retire, every winter, I'm in Jamaica. Come back up in the summer. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I miss Jamaica, because I miss going to the beach in the morning. Yeah, I miss the nice food that we have. I like. I'm longing to eat some nice, soft green banana with callaloo and codfish. Yeah, we had for breakfast in the morning in Jamaica. I miss the roots. In Jamaica they boil a lot of roots, keep you strong. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I retire, I'm gonna be spending winter in Jamaica every year. Every year, winter in Jamaica. This winter would have been the perfect time to be a real Jamaican back home. Laugh out loud. Yeah, of course, of course. But it's coming up. It's coming up. Maybe that I'm planning to do like maybe another 2 years, and then call it quits because I have something I'm taking care of. So another 2 years I should finish, taking care of it, and then I'm gonna retire from working. Yeah, and I must thank the Lord. You know, I must thank the Lord for the health and strength that He gave me, and everything that He has done for me. Throughout my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been through many hills and valleys. Many trials and tribulation as a Rasta man. Being victimized by police and citizens alike. Because in my days coming up, back when I was young, Jamaican people wasn't, they didn't too like Rasta people. They discriminated against us. They call us all sort of names. They even Bob Marley. When Bob Marley was doing music in his young stage, when I was young, people would look at Bob Marley and call them Licey head boy, Rasta dirty head boy, and all those sort of things. They didn't really see the greatness in Bob Marley. It's after Bob Marley passed away, and you see a lot of people who are gravitating towards him, jumping on the bandwagon. When when Bob Marley was doing music in Jamaica, Bob Marley had to at least Jamaicans artists on a whole has to go to foreign to get the recognition. Foreign people could easily recognize the greatness in our artists. Our own people, they couldn't see it. They despise us. They fight against us. You know what I mean? Yeah. A king has never been honored in his own country. Yeah. That's how it is. First time with Rasta people. I mean, we get a lot of fight. What good could come out of Trenchtown? Bob Marley and the Wailers. Yeah. That's my that's my favorite artist in reggae. My number one artist in reggae. I have a lot of them. I respect a lot of them, but Bob Marley, I'm telling you. The day I was out the day when he died. I and when I came in the evening, it was somewhere around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the evening. I heard he passed away. Trust me, I sat on my veranda and I cried, man. Yeah, tears rolled down my eye, man. Yeah, we love that man. We love him. He speaks for us. He sings for us. We love him. And as long as I live, I will never see another one like him. No one in reggae music I've ever penned music like him. No one in reggae music I've ever sing reggae music like him. Bob Marley is Bob Marley is the king, and he's gonna be the king forever. There's a lot more and there is one more that we love. I love him dearly. He was Bob Marley's favorite singer. I don't know if you guys can tell me. Do you guys know who is Bob Marley's favorite reggae singer? Let me see. Who's going to answer that? Bob Marley's favorite reggae singer was the king, was the Prince of Reggae, Dennis Emmanuel Brown. Oh, I love that man. Dennis started singing when he was recording when he was 12 years of age. Yeah, Peter Tosh is great too. We know that. Yeah, the radical one. Yeah, I love him. I love Peter Tosh a lot. Yeah, but that Dennis Brown is next to Bob Marley. Dennis Brown, you gotta go listen to D Brown, man. Yo, the Prince of Reggae. Dennis Brown, man. I'm telling you. And I love what's his name? He's international renowned. Burning Spear. Yeah, I love Burning Spear. International renown. Yep, I love Burning Spear, and we have some good crop of new musicians now and artists in the dancehall and in the reggae. I like Vibes Cartel. I like Movado. I like Alkaline. And then you have this little young one named Masika, but Masika, he needs to settle down. He's getting ahead of himself, calling himself the greatest and things like that. Come on, man. You're not ready for the greatest as yet. You know what I mean? You got to have a couple of decades in that thing. You got to have a catalog that is huge. You got to have, I mean, he has hit music, but you got to have a lot of them. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys are sizing up with Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel is the man right now. He Vibes Cartel is on the same level of Bob. He can never surpass Bob, but he's on that level in his genre. He's in the dancehall genre. Bob is on the reggae. He's in the reggae genre. You know what I mean? But in the dancehall arena now, Vibes Cartel is here, and the rest of the artists are here. You know what I mean? Vibes Cartel is a genius, unlike Bob. Bob was a genius. I'm telling you, Bob was chosen. He's the instrument you know, of reggae for the people, you know, the poor people. Yeah, Bob speaks for us. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So when I was a young Rasta man, I get a lot of fight, you know what I mean? A lot of fight. People, they hate on you for no reason at all, just because I used to have long dreadlocks. My dreadlocks used to be down here, but when I came here, I lost it, so I have to work, you know what I mean? So, but it is still in my heart, you know what I mean? I'm a Rasta man, and I have my chain with my, I don't know if you have ever seen it, with the flag of Africa, the map of Africa, and His Majesty picture is on it. King Selassie picture is on it. When I'm at home, I don't wear it. When I'm going out, I put it on. Yeah, and I have my Jamaican flags right there. Yep, never leave my Jamaican flags. Love my country. Yep, Jamaica to me is the best piece of rock on planet Earth. Yeah, we are we are second to none. We we as Jamaicans, we have a culture that everybody wants to adapt. Everybody love our culture. Yeah, we have some of the greatest people. We have Bob Marley, we have Peter Tosh, we have Bunny Wailer, we have Usain Bolt. Don't even talk about Usain Bolt. Oh my God, that is another one I love. I love Usain Bolt. Yeah, yeah. We have a blessed little island. We just need to unite and stop the violence and let's get along peacefully. A lot of violence is tearing us apart. I'm not hiding it. I mean, it's still a nice place to live. I mean, you go down there, you mind your own business and know what you're doing. You're safe. You know what I mean? Just got to have your eyes open. Have your eyes peeled and make sure you know what you're doing, where you're going, and who you're doing with. You know what I mean? Yeah. For me now, I go to Jamaica. I got to be careful because I haven't been there. I've left there since 21 years now. So the younger youths who come up now, they may not know, they don't know me. You know what I mean? So I got to be careful with them. The older folks, I know them. But the younger youths now, I go to Jamaica, I got to be careful with them because they don't know me. You know what I mean? And they may see me as a little old man and believe that they can, do what they feel like with me, which is not going to go down well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because a lot of people who knows me knows that I used to play a lot of football. You know what I mean? Because in my days playing football, you have to be careful how you address me and talk to me because people, Jamaican people love their football and they love their footballers. You talk to me now in a way, my friends are gonna say, "What you doing? You better be careful or you're talking to the baller." You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, my people, that's it. Just want to talk about we Jamaicans coming up here and playing a fool of ourselves. Moving with the wrong crowd. And not doing the right thing, and then we end up on the wrong side of the law. The next thing you know, you are in deportation removal. You know what I mean? Well, that has never happened to me because I came here, I saw, and I obey. You know what I mean? I work, go to work every day. Yeah, do the right thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, my people, it's 7:90 now, and I want to go get a rest because I got to go to work 1 o'clock. So I want to go, take a take a nice little rest. So when I get up later on to go to work, I'm fresh and energetic. Yeah. So please, my people, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friend to tell a friend, to subscribe and make your comments. Yeah. I really appreciate your comments. Yeah, really do. So yeah, Mr. Clay Biggins, thank you for supporting. Thank you very much. And good night to you too. So with that being said and done, my people, see you guys in the next live.